This afternoon, join me as I go out and move the fence for the cows can have some fresh pasture. And I'm sure there'll be some interesting sights along the way. Like, we have a little swampy area behind our house. And I don't know how well you can see it, but there's all kinds of tadpoles in there. So, spring has definitely sprung here in Ohio. It's about time, even if it is a little damp. There's some babies up there nursing. I'm in the field now. And this move will be easier than it is sometimes because all the cows went up to the barn to get a drink of water. So I won't have to fight them because sometimes they, a lot of times if they're back here, they'll try to move faster than I do. So they'll get on the other side of the fence, and then you have to try to get them back on the right side of the fence with the rest of the cows. So this move should be fairly easy. But now that I said that, it might not be. This fence is just a thin piece of poly line. Now it usually has electric in it, but I shut it off when I move it because I don't want the chance of getting zapped. But I'll show it when I get to the other end. I'll show you. It's just on a reel, and that's all the cows need to keep them in for the most part. You will get some cows that really push that boundary. You can see right now how straight the line is clear down there. We'll see if I can get it back to a straight line like that. I'm out of practice if you can't tell. We didn't rotationally graze all last winter. So it's May now, like probably about 5 months, maybe 6 months. Last year was the first year that I was home. I quit my full-time job after I had our baby. So I've been home more since then. Because of that, I was able to help out more around the farm. This summer, as the spring progresses, we still got another month of spring. As the summer progresses here, I'm gonna try to get back out and help more. This winter I got kind of lazy, I guess. I'm gonna try to change the summer. It's kind of weird to be back here without any cows. Keep looking for them, but they haven't started making their way back yet. This fence is pretty easy to move. When I move the first one, I'll show you the stakes. That double spike really helps them stick in the ground. Honestly, I'm not even sure if you can find single spiked ones, but the double spike's really nice. When the ground starts to dry out in the summer, you can use that as a step in, because like in the spring they'll go in real easy, but when the ground dries out and gets hard, they don't go in so easy. I'm at the other end now. This is the reel that where the electric runs through, and that's where all the extra fence is. This reel is really nice. Gotta decide how much I'm gonna give them. That should be enough for the rest of this evening. I'm not 100% sure that is where I want it at, but I'm gonna go move this first post and see how I like it. Okay, this is what I was talking about, this double spike. The wire just goes through the top of the post there, and it's really easy to move it in and out. This rotational grazing isn't hard, and honestly, it doesn't even take that much time. Now, I'm not sure how much time it takes. I've never added it up between, because just it's not always the same person going out and doing it. So I don't know how many hours a week it is. Yeah, I don't think it takes an hour a night. And you don't even need, we have like 50 cows or so. You wouldn't need 50 cows to make this work. You could do it with 2 or 3 cows. Have to move the back fence, which takes a little bit of time. So factoring in moving forward fence and the back fence, say you do it twice a day for 7 days a week. Safe side, I'm gonna say 45 minutes twice a day. So that's an hour and a half a day. Then you wouldn't have to move them twice a day. Just generally we like to move them twice a day. So at an hour and a half times 7, 10.5 hours a week, depending on how many cows you have and how much land you have. If you have enough land that you could stockpile ground for however many cows you have, you could have your cows on fresh grass for 8 or 9 months a year. And then for the other 4 or 5 months, you could be feeding them stockpile grass. And then you wouldn't have to buy or make hay, which would be a pretty sweet deal. Now, we haven't been able to do that. 2 years ago, we were renting the farm next door, which was another 60 acres, I think, that was fenced in. And then we had maybe 10 or 15 acres of hay fields. So since we lost that, we haven't been able to, the rotation isn't as easy with this many cows. Now last year we did thin down our cow. Last fall we sold a number of cows. I don't know if this nest, I'm not gonna touch it, but there's a nest right here. There's one little egg in there. I don't see any shells where any of the other ones have hatched, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. It's really cool that the cows were in this field yesterday afternoon and all today, and that egg is fine. They didn't crush it or anything. It's really neat to see how the rotational grazing with the cattle and nature can just work hand in hand like that. Because if you were crop farming this, there would be no way that you would see that. I'm not gonna be too hard on the crop farmers, because I know crop farmers and a lot of them are good people. But it's just really cool how the cattle and the wildlife can coexist like that. By no means am I an expert. I am learning all about this rotational grazing. Even though I've had cattle for my whole entire life, I still learn that stuff about the cattle all the time. My opinion, if you stop learning, I don't know if I want to go there. I've really been trying to keep a straight line here, but looking up back over my shoulder, I can tell I definitely did not achieve my straight line. I was really trying too. It's harder than it looks, I guess. The cows don't care. They'll eat it, crooked line or not. I didn't find any cute calves to show you today, or the horse running around like she was doing yesterday. But thanks for hanging out with me while I check the cows, and I hope to catch you on the next one.